All right, I don't know what happened, but it was not streaming. I mean, it said it was, but YouTube wasn't picking it up. So yeah. Let me know if you guys see this, and if you get back into it, I do apologize. I'm gonna keep building because I got this time lapse to do, so that kind of sucked. Thanks, OBS/Windows/YouTube, whoever's effing me on this, effing me in the B. Hi, Mayo. I have no idea what happened. I got a bounced connection, and then it said it would back up, and then it came back up, but then, like, I didn't see it live on YouTube at all, and I'm like, well, it's gone, so I had to start a new one, which means it's a new stream, which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? Just keep plugging away. Like, I can't do anything about it either. I can't stop because I gotta... hopefully, the camera's still rolling and I'm getting the time lapse. So, I'll figure it out. But thanks, at least you two, for coming back on. I appreciate that. Alright, so times 2. This is the second time, too. Like, last time I was streaming, it did this. And OBS doesn't say that it's actually dropped the connection. I mean, it says it's dropped the connection, but it still says, like, no dropped frames or anything, and I don't know. My phone also occasionally says it doesn't have internet connection. I think my router is probably finally giving up the ghost. And I probably need to get a new router. And I wouldn't mind getting a 4-port router instead of the 2-port that I got. So I can have my work, my day job workstation, this workstation, and my PlayStation on network at all times. So this is interesting that they don't have it on click hinges. I would have thought click hinges would have been better, but there's something restricting it from going down any farther, so that's probably why. Click hinges, ratchet hinges, what do you guys call those? Alright, times 2 again. Yeah, that sucks, because there was a good number of people on here, and we're having a lively conversation about jobs and whatnot, and got F'd in the B. Yeah, there's a different name for them on Studio, and there's a different name for them on, or Bricklink, and a different name for them in Lego. I thought they were like ratchet hinges or something. Bless you. Beth is dying. Everybody send thoughts and prayers. We're going to do a GoFundMe for her treatment. There's also something I'd like to work towards, and like the stop animation kind of thing a little bit, but also just like, I like the time lapses that have, and I think as AFOLs we need to come together and name everything the same. I think we have. I think we've got a good group of people naming things. They're still called headlight bricks, right? The 1x1 modified brick with the stud on the side and the opening on the back. But I've heard people call them washing machines. I was like, what? And they're like, look at it. It looks like a little washing machine. I'm like, okay. But it's made, I think the idea is it's made for headlights for small cars. For like city-sized cars. Like, yeah, but it looks like a washing machine. Like, okay, well, washing machine is 4 syllables. Headlight brick is 3. So you're actually losing time by calling it a... Anyway. Yeah, Travis Brick. Which is funny because there's a dude who's a friend of the channel's. And friend of mine. He's not too far away. I should, like... We've hung out, like, a couple times, but I need to hang out with him more. His name's Travis. Synthetic Mason. And, but my landlord is named Trevor. And I work with a guy named Trevor, and I work with a guy named Trent. So there's a lot of T names floating around, and I worry that I'm going to get one of them wrong. So I have to remember that the Lego guy is named also the same as the Lego brick. So I'd pause and go, oh, hey, Travis. Yeah, and also, didn't he die? And so everyone was like, well, he's dead. We should, in his honor, continue to call this the Travis Brick. Something like that. Kind of the same thing as the dude who died from one of the founders of Bricklink died. And they named that little piece that like winds rubber bands around it or something him. It's a non-brick piece, or it's not a piece that's used, but they named that piece after him. I think. Could be wrong on that. Yes. Sorry about that. Either my internet crapped out or the OBS said it just died. It's like, nope, we lost connection. And they said, no, we're back. And then I looked at YouTube and it was not back. So I had to restart it. Can already tell from all these yellow pieces over here that I'm going to be making some bombs shortly, which is not my favorite thing to do. Me and Lego playability is usually kind of... I'm alright with it for the most part, but sometimes I'm like, really? You're sacrificing something for playability. But then I get on the sets for not having any playability. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I'm not sure if Travis died, but Rubrick died and Tasman Bricks is in a... What? Tasman's in a coma? What happened? He was like, did this just happen? Holy crap. Like, I knew he was going to stop doing YouTube. And go mostly, him and Josh were going to go mostly to Twitch. Wow, I did not know that. That sucks so bad. So what happened? Did he just like slip into it? Did he have like a medical condition or something? I mean, if you don't feel like you can talk about it, I'll try to ask Josh. That's terrible. If you talk to them, pass along my condolences and hope everything turns out okay. Man, sakes. Life is freaking fragile. I mean, you just can't do it at the same time. Like, I'm a Twitch affiliate. You can't do them at the same time. Like, I can do Twitch and then do a whole different one on YouTube, which was what I've done. But you can't simultaneously do it, which is what I had to pick. So you can also, it kind of sucks, but you can also use frames. I don't know what is happening. I'm going to kill the music real quick. I've got a good internet connection. I'm going to do a speed test real quick. They induced the coma? Oh, I didn't know it was like, was he in a lot of pain for something? Oh, that's terrible. He should be okay eventually. Okay. God, I thought it was like an accident. Like he got, viral meningitis or something and slipped into a coma. I mean, I've had comic book friends who, like, this one guy just died. Like, he had this rare genetic disorder and he caught the flu and it basically killed him. So I'm like, I have no idea. Oh, you know what? Let me check Down Detector. It looks like Steam has a problem. Peacock has a problem. I'm wondering if there's like a... I was going to say Amazon looks okay, but I wonder if there's like a backbone issue somewhere. Weird. Do I pay for super high internet? It's not that much. I pay for like a gig, this is what I get. It's not fiber or anything, but it's upside down. Put it like that. And then bend it. Okay, there's your bomber chute thing or sensor package or something, but I think it's a bomber chute. All right, and then we've got is it back? Did I get it back? Thanks for being here, Brad. Take care. Let's go back to lo-fi. Build 4 of these. It's green now. I don't know what's happening, but maybe it's a service provider issue. I will have to contact. We pay for 100 meg per second fiber internet, which is considered fast. That's fast. Which means you're probably getting 80 or 70. It's never as advertised. Oh, that's a pretty cool method. So the bombs are all in there, and then you can just push them out there, so that's not too bad. And then we've got the things shooting out, and then I think the rest of this is like loading bay, whatever. Little carts to, have people walk around on and stuff. Yeah, it keeps it small without like introducing a lot of things where you turn it and they fall out of the bottom or something, or it's super simple. I'm for it. And this is the ubiquitous hanger sled anti-grav thing that everybody rides around on to get shuttled to their ships. That's a connection I never knew I needed. This one right here, that bracket and the little curved slope. That's really nice. Like I can envision a lot, and it's very stable. I can envision a lot of things I do with that. Yeah, we get overpromised and underdelivered for sure. Because America. So this set is probably not going to be one that I keep together for very long. Although without any other TIE bomber representation, it might be on the shelf for a little bit. Because representation. There's your sled. There's your extra bombs. Okay, so it's not a personnel carrier. It's a weapons transport. And that's cool. I like that. But you don't have a tech. That's the thing. You don't have an engineer building that bit. So, all right. Let's see. Stop. Yeah, I hope that was a good time lapse. Anyway, so there's that. Complain about internet and the U.S. government. Yeah. So let's see. Let's put our pilot in here. He doesn't need his gun. Does his gun go somewhere? It probably doesn't. Sometimes you've got a connection in here where you can put the gun, but that pilot fits in there like snug. Like, I don't even think he's really touching the bottom. Like, he's kind of being held up by his arms. You can see his legs floating a little bit. There's nowhere really to put his gun, but that closes around him really nice. So this is a very broken set. Oy vey. I don't know what else fell off. This goes like that. This goes on his head. Lego, yes. Hi, toaster. What else did I bust? What came off of here? I don't think anything. Okay. Well, that's a good sign. It's very resilient. I think it was something else. Oh, I heard something hit the floor, though. It was a body. So, very swooshable, and as we see, it suffered a drop test from 5 inches, so that's not too bad. Pilot is in there. The bombing functions, you just push on one of those, and they all fall out, so that's cool. Get that bomb back. The figures include a Gonk droid with a printed box with some Arabesh. You got a Vader, pretty typical. You got the TIE pilot. So for whatever this was, you get 4 figures. That's not too bad, or 3 figures and a Gonk droid. The wings do look nice. They're tiled instead this time, which looks really nice. That's always been the danger with doing TIE fighters, is the solar wings, where it's like black with gray outlines, so you have to be able to do that. And I think in the past it's been complicated to be able to do that. So like, I don't like that this is really that thick right up here. I might add another row of tiles up here to even that out, because it looks nice right there, but this is a bit heavy. And also on the inside of the wings, there's like just this, right? There's nothing back here. There's nothing up here. So adding a bit more to the overall design would increase your piece count, but you could mod it really easily by throwing some more tiles on there. So in that case, it probably falls a little short, but the construction's really good. The look is really good. I like the body smoothness, right? That's a nice printed tile right there. No stickers on this set, so that's really good. I do like the back end, the thrusters back there. That's a really good look. That's a very good look. That's like probably the best part of the model, honestly. But yeah, this is really nice. This wing construction right here with the ingots and the slopes looks really good. Overall, not too bad. I really like this kind of not huge size that they've done. The Slave 1 was like this, really good. Like, I really enjoyed putting that together. The X-Wing and TIE Fighter were fine, but it's this sort of size that they're going back to. It's like slightly smaller, but I really enjoyed it. So that's a good build. It was really good. I'm gonna push this aside real quick, and all these extra pieces and figures and stuff, because again, I don't know how much this will be displayed. And I'm going to bring up... I have made a microfighter TIE bomber. Let me see if I can get to it real quick. Okay, I couldn't get to it real quick. It's huge comparatively. My 2024 May the 4th be with you build will be a TIE fighter that's shaped like a TIE. You could do that. You could just do the ball cockpit and put 2 big neckties on either side as the wings. That'd be slick. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna do the microfighter Boba Fett Starship. This is another January 1st, and I guess I'm all right with this build. It is... I'm going to have the instructions out for this one. I feel like they kind of did the fans who had the land speeder and the Sith infiltrator a little dirty. And the Naboo Starfighter. I think Naboo Starfighter. They had a bunch of San Diego. What's up, Big Nate? We built the TIE bomber. That's if you're just joining us. So that was fun. And now I'm going to do the microfighter Slave 1. The San Diego Comic-Con's done a few years of... They aren't really officially called microfighters, I don't think. If any of them were. But they were called mini spaceships or something like that. And oh, it's not on here anymore. Okay. I'm looking up here and scrolling through that. But what's up, Missy? How's it going? All right. So first things first, before I get back into whatever I was talking about. Does he have a gun? He does. Okay. First things first, this helmet is a weird color. His helmet and backpack are like weirdly not matching his breastplate. It's like a sand green versus a green. So either make the breastplate sand green or make the helmet green. Come on, focus. Why won't you focus? But arm printing with his alarm blasters and the Mythosaur logo there. That's pretty cool. That's his head. He's very scarred and angry. So he looks like he's... So this is definitely Book of Boba Fett, right? That's not Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett. This is I'm working with the Mandalorian now, or I'm trying to take over Mos Espa. It's not Mos Eisley, it's Mos Espa, right? How I'm rolling is I'm ready for the NFL playoff today. Cool. Haven't found that microfighter near me. Well, hopefully you can keep looking. So, pretty good print for everything, but I'm not a huge fan of that color. Like, I don't know why they did that. I'm gonna have to go look at the initial Boba Fett and see if he's actually that weird color or not, but whatever. It's a microfighter. So this ought to take 2 seconds, and then we'll compare it to the microfighter from San Diego, which I have right out here. So yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, a long time ago, did a Slave one, and then they did a Sith Infiltrator, and then they did a Land Speeder, and I think that was it. I want to say they did a Naboo Starfighter, but I don't think so. Now that I think about it, I think there's just the 3. And if I'm wrong, somebody please let me know, because that of all things Lego, microfighters are kind of the thing I think I know something about. But I would be okay to be corrected. Anyway, so I don't know if people who got that $200. I mean, I don't know what it was at the time because I didn't get it, but like if you wanted to get it now off Bricklink, it's $150, $200 to get like the tin that it came. It's a little round tin with the instructions and the figure and all the pieces. And much like the current microfighters, it's more about a way to kind of get a figure than it is anything else. So this is a way to get a Boba Fett versus it's a cool little ship. But I mean, I'll keep this together. I won't bring it to... See, I was bringing my Jango Fett one to conventions because it's a different color. I did the exact same build, but now I'm going to figure out if I can do the exact same build with these new pieces, these new wedge pieces. So we'll do a comparison here in a second. Sports-wise, yeah, the Avs destroyed Ottawa last night. I don't understand it. They lost to Chicago, who's the last place team, like 3-2, and then they beat Ottawa, which I don't think they're not. Ottawa's not doing great either, but they're not last place. But they beat them 7-0 last night, which is just a dumb hockey score. So that's already, I think, an improvement from the old one just because of these giant wedge bricks. And this is kind of just a further use of them from the actual larger ship, which used a lot of these as well. Which was hard to replicate because I turned one into a M-Tron. I did some theme bending on it, and I turned it into an M-Tron ship. And it's hard to replace these wedge pieces with anything other than dark red. So now I'm skittish. I don't know if I'm still streaming or not because everything's dying. Still here. Missy, do you have anything built for next week? I don't. These are the pieces we have to use. We have to build something using either that piece or these pieces. No official theme, and I have no idea what to build. Bye, Mayo. Take care. See you around. Yeah, these don't have the outlined pieces either. Interesting. I wonder if they're going away from that, design-wise. Yeah, I have no idea. I might try to micro scale something. I don't want to build anything too big, but nothing's coming to mind. My creative juices are kind of... You know what I could do is just make some plants out of those candlesticks and stick them on my Horizon thing and just call it done. Just be like, well, blah, blah, blah. I could try to finish up. I'm doing a stand for the... yeah, I've already brought that a couple times, though. That's not fun. I'm just so excited to build more of those. I know I'm kind of going to try to rush through them all. Hopefully I can settle down and like get a good group of builds off of that. Because that, I think, would be a fun mock to do for Brick Rodeo, is have like a big kind of... have like different biomes on like out of a big plate, right? And like have different machines kind of all over the place. I think it'd be a lot of fun. If I can figure out how to do it all. Of course, fans of the game are going to be like, where's the Stormbird? And where's the Tremor Tusk? And where's the this? And where's the that? I'm like, I haven't got to it yet. I'm sorry. So this has got some decent construction methods so far. For a microfighter, it's pretty cool. I like seeing compact little bits. And little greebly kind of things even on the sides, like that little rounded plate in there to give it some differentiation. And some of this, like the standard of this ship, doesn't really fall far from the larger sets. Like you can tell, they're doing the same thing just at a smaller scale. It's not even making it smaller. It's just reducing the part count or reducing the part size to make what is needed, which I think is a really good way to do that. And then a cockpit. And then... See, I don't understand this. This is... I think this is a step backwards. But I'll show you why here in a second. Alright, so there's your extras, and there's your ship. Okay, so there's your ship, and its wings are a little diminutive. I would have liked maybe something a little bigger, but it kind of is cute. Some good build techniques for the sides, for making it very slopey on the bottom and separating it from the rest of the ship. You know, it's chunky, it's small. So let's go get the original and compare. So here's the new Boba Fett, and this Boba Fett came with the new ship. This is the one that came with the recent Slave One, the kind of smaller size, right? So it's the same figure. There's nothing new there. The knee pads look the same. The chest print looks the same. It's got the same arm prints. This one comes with a rangefinder. The microfighter did not come with a rangefinder, and I think probably because it wouldn't fit in the cockpit. So keep that in mind. Doesn't seem too square. It is a little square. So here's the one that you got from San Diego. First of all, even though it's a microfighter, the wings do the gyroscopic thing where they upright themselves when even though they're that small, they're loose enough that they can do that. Do they stick out kind of far? Maybe, but I don't think too much. It does have a bit of a wingspan, you know, the ship does. It also has rotating cannons. This is before, I think, microfighters and the playability factor came into things, and everything had to have a flick missile or a stud shooter or something. Same canopy, but this one was clear versus the trans black. And there's your OG Boba Fett with the, you know, the black head and the gray body. So that's like the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett, which I think is funny. He keeps the armor, which is green. You can see the armor is green. The helmet is green. The jetpack is green. So I don't know what changed for the light green. You can see similarities in the top of the ship, right? We're still using those red corner bricks. We're still using these curved round gray bricks. This one's got a bit more heft in this like lower quadrant, right? They're still trying to curve it a little bit right there with some things. The biggest note, I think, is this bottom half. This is a little stubby over here. This is a little longer and a little, I think, more elegant. I almost think there's no reason for this not to be redone, right? I don't think they could, like, they could have just re-released this, and maybe if they wanted to put flick missiles or something down here, because I honestly think this still is the superior, even with these like cool wedge bricks in there. I still think this is the better one. It looks more proportional. This one does look very chibi. I mean, look at how stunted the wings are comparatively, right? I don't know. So that's up to y'all what you think of that, but I prefer this one a little bit more. And again, here's your figures. This is the original Boba Fett, and here's the new one. So this is very Empire Strikes Back, and this is very Book of Boba Fett. You can see the differences. And again, this one doesn't come with a rangefinder. You can get the rangefinder from the larger version of that set. So I don't know why they don't just re-release it. You could actually use these cool bricks in here and it still would work, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think the one thing you could probably do to improve this one is use these tiles along here and maybe do a shorter bit of wing right here. But overall, I don't think it's too bad, right? I think they sacrificed a little too much for it. So anyway, that's my thoughts. My microfighter of the TIE Bomber is way too big. We don't like it, but we're all going to get it. That's very true. I don't not like it. I like this in the front right here more. I do like that this has got like a weird color patch right here, and I like the slopes. I don't like it's not a rotating gun, and it's, you know, flick missile things, which, if anybody knows the ship, those are blasters. Those aren't flick anything. The missiles come from up here. So I mean, it's old Star Wars ship lover versus a kid who's getting a set, you know. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Next time, if we run into some more time, we'll take a look at this guy. Apparently there was an issue with the printing of that. There's something going on with, I think, the rangefinder and the helmet on here. Something's different about what's in the box versus what's on the box. I still have quite a few sets I can build. The Monkey Kid, Tusk, Yellow Tusk. I've got some space sets. I've got a couple other Star Wars sets, so we're good. And then I'll try to finish up some of the Horizon Zero Dawn things and put those up on Instagram. So you guys have a good weekend, the rest of your Sunday at least. And if you're off tomorrow, enjoy your 3-day weekend. And if you're celebrating MLK tomorrow, be safe. Don't take any crap from the police. Don't talk to any police. But yeah, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.